Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheney 180 and
Chamba.
796 Studios.
And you are watching another episode of Chatmigos.
Oh,
Oh, it's got some effects going on there.
I love how into it Mario gets. It's the best. It really is. It's
I'm going to get
best.
kicked out of my place.
Yeah. Bill, why is that guy always yelling on
on the dot?
Yeah, on a freaking Tuesday
why
afternoon.
Assemble? Why assemble?
He just keeps screaming. Is he
building something? That's not how you build it. You can't just yell at it.
They're down there scrambling. They're like, oh, I better assemble something.
Yeah, assemble something.
Does he think he's like part of like a bigger robot? Like, I don't. Does he think he's like the centerpiece of like the big robot? He's like, all right, guys. I don't know why I just did that. That was weird.
Yeah, why that?
I don't know. I was trying to go for this little effect.
Yeah, and you went maybe if I like. Yeah, it's like
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not
whatever.
Yeah,
Chamba, how you doing today, man?
Doing good. It's warm. I got the fan on right now. It's actually it's pretty warm today.
I'm right in the middle. I'm not hot and I'm not cold right now in my house, so I'm good. What about you, Mario?
Oh, it's freezing over here. We're about to get like I said, 6 inches of lizards on the ground tomorrow. 32 inches. I don't know, but there's a storm brewing, so I'm getting ready for that. Which I think it'll be nice for right before Christmas. You know,
make for a nice white Christmas.
White Christmas, white Christmas.
Yeah, be able to go anywhere or do anything really. So it'll be good. It'll be good. All right. Well, we've got an awesome show. Unfortunately, Lago could not be here. I don't know who told him that Yoko is going to be here, but that's not what happened.
You have to retreat.
So, yeah, he's just like, my stomach. So whoever told Lago that Yoko is going to be here, shame on you. So shame on you. All right. So without further ado, we have the one and only Captured Plastic with us. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, dudes.
Yo,
welcome.
Happy to be here. You know.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you guys?
Good. Can't complain. I mean, I can, but no one wants to hear it. So
we can all complain. Actually.
Yeah, I can complain about a couple things, but it's all good. So, for the people who may not know who you are and what you do, you want to break it down for them?
Yeah, for sure. Instagram handles Captured Plastic. My name's Matt Stringham. Just been shooting toys for a long time, and then probably hopped on Instagram about 7 years ago, and just shooting toys ever since. I live out here in Salt Lake, and so just having a good time. Usually when it snows, I get to do all the inside toy photography stuff, and then once it stops snowing, I get to go back outside and do the stuff I have a lot more fun doing.
Nice. So what are your main lines that you collect?
So I'm kind of all over the place, but I think specifically, I nitpick a lot of X-Men, and then my main lines is probably Mezco. I have quite a few Mythic Legions, and then just kind of Black Series, a little bit, kind of hit and miss.
Okay.
A little less lately, but yeah, no, so a little bit all over the place. But I'd say my biggest two is probably Mezco and the Mythic Legions line.
Okay.
Nice.
Sweet. Nice. And how were you exposed to the Toymigos? Where did you hop on it?
Man, you know what? It's kind of a funny story. One day I used to have like probably an hour and a half commute sometimes, depending on traffic, things like that here in Salt Lake. And so I think one day I was just like, dude, I play toys, like who's talking about toys, right? And so I found a few of the other guys, and then one day I tuned into an episode of good old Chatmigos, the Toymigos, and it was Cheney and Ernie and Sergeant Bananas, and all he could talk about is how much he hated Cool Ranch Doritos, and I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. I'll keep listening to this, and then you guys just had a really good layout, and it was a good time, so I just kept tuning in ever since.
Nice, man. That's nice. Great. Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah. So you've been around for a while.
Yeah. Been doing this for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Definitely. Right now, though, we're going to check in with our Chatmigos. We're going to see what these guys are up to, what's going on, what are they doing. Before that, be sure to let your friends know. Share the episode. Say we've got Captured Plastic is here. Lago is not here though because someone told me Yoko is going to be here.
Oh, Yako's in the chat, so that's what
Yeah. Usually he's
Why not-
okay
why
if
not
she's
that?
in the chat.
Yeah,
but,
usually.
yeah.
But
Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and let's get into it now. We've got D-Blade Makes hopping on first. What's going on, man? The one and only Treat Yourself, Shake and Make. All of it applies. Sonic Rockman X is here. What's going on, Sonic Rockman X? Toy Box of Doom is here. Crumps is here, and he's ready to rumble. And he has the knives out for the Tuesday crew. Shout out to the Tuesday crew. Let's see. Sato 1414 is here. Plastic Predicaments is here. Machu Toy, what's going on, man? How are you? I still need to send you that audio message.
Do you?
Probably not. We got just Jeff 45 is in the house. Crescent Blue 0 is here. Cat McKay Random is here. What's going on? Stridin is here. Donald Layton, Toy Rensu. Let's see here. Customs by Machu. How are you? How are you doing? Yoko is here. Can't decide if she's impressed or concerned. Uh-oh. Bearded Builds is here. Dorian G. 1-6 Shooter is in the house. What's going on, Trevor? Did you get the package I sent you? Hopefully it arrived there safely. Mike Hext is here. Rick Jones is in the house. What's going on, Rick Jones? The Patman is here. What's going on, Patman? Matt is here. What's going on, Matt? How you doing? Probably end up talking to you later today. So, you know. Dragon Eyes 69, Leave My Toys Alone is here. KJ Smith is in the house. Joker is here. Joseph Joker, welcome. Lago Figs. Wait, Yoko wants some. Let me get these kids to bed and it's on.
Famous last words.
Yeah, right. Yeah, usually you get the kid to bed or kids to bed and you're out. You're done. Toasted. Pucker Mike is in the house. What's up, Mike? How you doing? And we've got Nod Narb 101. Oh, Go Figure Go is here. And he says, assemble! So, yeah. All right. Sweet. Trevor got the package. He asked me to pick up that was it Zesray Studios Warrior Girl, the LA Comic Con exclusive for him. So I was able to
yeah, I think he was showing that off on Unboxing Thursday.
Oh, nice. Good. Good. That now that makes me feel horrible because it's like, oh, I didn't watch it.
I don't think.
I missed that one, unfortunately. All right. Awesome. So let's get it cooking. We're gonna put you on the hot seat, Matt. We're gonna put you on the hot seat and ask you some questions. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Mario, take it away, Captain.
Let's go. Hot seat, baby. So in the 7 years you've been shooting figures, do you own or have you shot any Acid Rain figures?
Oh, I have not. I almost came this close to going down that rabbit hole, and I stopped myself.
Oh, he's gone. He's out. He's
Yeah,
I'm
sorry, man.
joking. I'm
know.
joking.
I'm a huge fan though. It's just a matter of just picking my battles.
Yeah, no, it certainly is a rabbit hole, and I think that's the answer. That like if people haven't jumped in, they're like, oh, it's only because I know I would fall right into that hole. So, but
100%.
you know, they're pretty cool, man. So I think they would photograph very
just trying
well.
to sell some. They would photograph well, though. To be fair, the detail in it, so it's all there.
Do you own any other 118 scale stuff, or is it strictly 112?
I'm mostly 112. I had some vintage collection for a little bit. And then that's when I had vintage collection. That's actually when I used to go down, and there was a local store here down in Salt Lake that had Acid Rain like on display as like a comic book store. And I probably went 3 or 4 times and just kept staring at them and almost pulled the trigger. Just never did it because I just knew. I think had like G.I. Joe's not come out from Hasbro in the last few years, I think I actually would have started doing Acid Rain stuff.
Do they still have those figures there?
No.
Oh,
it was yeah. I don't even know if I can. I'll just say it. So it was Megalopolis. It's like nobody knows who they are, right? So I don't want to open.
Shout out.
Shout
out to Megalopolis.
They don't want to open up any cans of worms, but yeah, they had a huge display there, and that's where I'd go and just stare at them.
Not anymore.
Nice.
Nope.
Past tense. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got we got Thunder Crows in the chat. Fortress Madamus is also here. Towing around, Kevin is here. He said it's okay. No one watches that trash. It's all right. It's all right. I'll be over there on Thursday, so we can just hang out and just play with our toys by ourselves. It'll be fun. Be a good time. Disavowed Action Figures is also here. And Koopa Steve, what's going on? All right.
Yeah, Jurassic Jesse. I do have some Jurassic Park figures.
Oh.
I got the big gigantic Giganosaurus. Don't kill me for that.
Giganosaurus.
Jesse's like angry right now. He's like, how could you? Yeah, wrong name.
Yeah, how dare you?
What's gonna trigger this guy? Probably no. And then
Bigosaurus.
But yeah, I've quite a few Jurassic Park figures. I like to do some crossovers.
All right, Chamba, what you got for him?
What is a figure that you just can't wait to have in your hands that's gonna come out? That's maybe you've been waiting for a pre-order, some that you've just anticipated that you just should have been in your hands right now, maybe because of delays. But what's one of those?
Okay, this is kind of a 2-part, but okay, so one of my most anticipated probably for this year is there's a series called Skeletron, and they actually just dropped some of their Skeledrones, and so it was a Kickstarter last year.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No. But so anyway, totally probably my most anticipated is getting that Skeletron ship because it's kind of a child of the late 80s and early 90s, and my brother had quite a few of those, and I thought those were pretty rad. So
hey, that's also 1/18 scale.
Yeah, and I did order most of the 112 because it's hybrid. So
it's hybrid.
Hey man, that might be my gateway drug into
the catalyst.
Right? I don't know.
That's smart. It was so smart of them to do that, by the way. Just
I love
making it
that
cross-compatible. Genius.
Yeah, like sold me immediately. Not only was it something old from my childhood, the nostalgia hit in, and then I'm like, I can do both. Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. My question for you is, since you've been a long time listener, what's one of the standout episodes that you remember?
Oh man, you guys got some good moments, but I think if something came to mind right away is that episode with Ernie when his house was haunted. I think it was like within the last year or so, right? Like we're all watching and all of a sudden it's like, right?
Yeah.
And Ernie's pretty entertaining anyway, right? So I'd say like of all your episodes, that was one where like I was driving home from work listening, and I was like, "What?" Like, I had to like go back and rewatch that. That was good. So you guys have had some good ones. You guys have great. Every show is great, but you guys have some good ones there.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, now it's time. Let's get into some toy talk here. There's a whole bunch to talk about that we're not going to get to all, but we just can't. It's not possible. Not possible. But we're gonna see what we can do here. We're trying, make some magic happen. All right. So if you have not had a chance to tune into Thursday night's show, we had Augie on as a special guest. There was some funny stuff that happened on that episode. So
Yeah.
So go check that out. It's a good listen. I'll tell you that. And yeah, I got my picture of Luffy here. And I said on the Import Migos episode, shout out to Chamba for helping me with some color levels there. He gave me a couple tips. So I was looking a little bit too red and made a couple adjustments there, and it came out great. So thank you, sir.
Post work, man. It's fun stuff.
All right. We've got 80s Baby member for 9 months says, question, what was a fig you have this year that you were excited for but disappointed when you got it?
That's a good one.
Someone cue up that Jeopardy music.
I know, right?
Unless it was nothing and you're satisfied with every single purchase that you made.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good year then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say that. There's a couple stinkers for me this year for sure.
Bunch of flops.
Yeah.
I got one. Okay. Don't laugh at me because I like to fit 112 figures into small vehicles sometimes and just kind of manipulate perspective. So I bought that Avatar like mech. Because like I was reading online, I was like, oh yeah, 16 inches. Like, okay, cool. And then that thing showed up and I was like, I can't even fit a 3 3/4 in this thing.
Really?
Yeah, like it's pretty.
Really? I thought it was.
What? I thought it was built for 118.
All right. I think it worked good for Acid Rain. But like when I got this,
Oh,
I think it's just one of those things you open it up and then I was like, oh, that's small. But that's really small.
How much was that?
I think it's like $35 or something.
that ain't bad.
Yeah.
Mario's gonna pick up one now just to test it.
Yep. He's gonna test the waters.
It's $30, dude. That's like the cost of one Acid Rain figure.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. I think we've all spent over $100 this year on at least one figure that was a flop. So I probably spent more than that.
100. That's generous.
Yeah, I know.
All right. I need to take someone out because he's crying. He needs to go pee-pee. So I will be right back. You guys go ahead and talk about these wonderful Evangelion figures.
Dude.
Can do.
I'll be right back.
Chamba, were we just talking about this?
Yeah. Okay. So the Bandai has a line called the Shokugan line. It's their premium candy toy line, and they do a lot of stuff with Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Pokemon is part of that. They've got a whole slew, and they're also doing Evangelion. Now, this here is for the classic Evangelion series, not the the modern ones, not the redos. Right. So same molds and everything. These are about 4.5 to 5 inches tall. It's a candy toy, so basically you take it out, and if you can see on the pictures, they go with the inner frame, so you have to basically assemble it.
So there was a release though, right? Okay.
This is like I think the 6th wave.
Okay.
So this one kind of came out of nowhere because rarely do any company touch anything from the old series. So this is from End of Evangelion, which was the proper ending to the original series. And it's got AV Unit 1, 2, and the mass production, which is the white one with the mouth. I think these are P Bandai, if I'm not mistaken, though.
Dang.
So it might be a little trickier to acquire in most places, but I think Nin has it up. So if you do want to get it, you get it from there. But yeah, there's these ones there. The main pack is just Ava 1, 2, and one of the mass-produced ones, and then there's a proper P Bandai release, which is 3 versions of the mass-produced ones with the wings.
Nice.
So yeah, that one there. You can see it in the flash.
Do you mess with this Captured Plastic? Do you mess with
no,
Evangelion?
To be honest, I haven't even heard of these guys.
Really?
Don't kill me. Yeah, don't kill me, man.
No. That's
jeez.
But
no. Again. No, it's when did this come out? Like early 90s, Evangelion? Probably one of the most
Late
popular.
90s. Late
Yeah.
90s.
Oh, okay.
Late 90s.
Yeah, I saw this and I'm like, oh, done deal. Especially for the mass-produced Eva, like that's an army builder, and I think the scale works well for me.
Yeah,
I could certainly build a small diorama around that, but
dude,
dude,
totally.
nostalgia piece for sure. Like
Yes.
I think I'm gonna snag. What's the price on these things?
The price ain't bad. For the 3-pack of the mass-produced ones, I think it's $50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because they're candy toys, like, again, it's like gachapon style almost, like blind box, but it's not. These ones aren't blind box. They'll come with like a chewing gum. It's candy toy. It's literally that. But they're well made. They're quite detailed for what they are, and because they're not too small, they'll work well with just some of the. I want to get it for the monster arts just to have around them.
Oh yeah.
I want to know because I know there's like the robot Damashi Evangelion, which work great with it, but I don't know, man. Having some of the classic ones, which I doubt, I didn't expect to see any of the classic Evangelions to be ever made. So I'm definitely getting this. I'm waiting for Hobby Genki to get it up. They don't
Plus,
have
you could be
the 3-pack.
Plus, you could be a little bit rougher with these too.
Absolutely. These are lightweight. They're well made, but they're lightweight. You can, if you build kits, you can panel line stuff to make things.
Are these
more. You
kits?
can paint it. Yeah, these are kits.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask because I got a Gundam one time and like he just kept falling apart and I got frustrated.
Oh, these ones are made differently to regular kits.
Okay, that's cool.
Because they're candy toys, they're actually, for some reason, to me, they feel more sturdy. Like by kits, it's just because they're built on sprues. But that's part of the gimmick, really. Yeah, they're incredibly well made, and because they're in a smaller frame, you can glue stuff if you want it to be more secure, so there's no things falling apart. And because they're lightweight, it's actually quite good.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, these are the classic designs. I'm definitely gonna pick these up. So yeah, I'm waiting for Genki to get it.
They're super tempting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like,
It's the classic designs, man. I can't. I can't.
Cheney, do you own any Evangelion stuff?
Other than Figma, no.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yeah,
I'm a little surprised at that.
Yeah. I just, because the scales are always so wonky for like the robots. Like it's just like, okay, if I get, one, like I want it to be bigger, but then I don't know. Like I'm all over the place. I'm a mess. I just have the Figma ones. We got a very generous super chat from Go Figure Go. Chamba is getting in these.
He corrected himself. In on these.
Oh, in on these. All right. Yeah. Perfect.
Right. And yes, it's right. I'm waiting for it.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and move along here. There's a lot to talk about. Where did you want to go next, Chamba?
Ugh, why you ask me?
All right, Mario, where do you want to go?
Let's go up to that the Ninja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down one. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I should have said Joy Toy. Dang it.
You can go to that next.
Yeah, we'll go next.
This is also a candy toy. This is also the sugar.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yes. These ones are about 1/18-ish in scale, so it's about 4 inches tall. But look how cool that is.
Yeah, he looks like he can move. Crazy.
Oh, they move.
They can.
Move.
Yeah,
they move. So this is neat. I think it looks rad.
Yeah. Well, what's the price on this one?
This is also P Bandai. I think this one's about 40. I don't remember. I think it is about 40 though.
Oh, it looks good. Again, and probably a nostalgia piece for me.
Yeah.
Because I had the old school figure mech. I don't know. We had like 5 points of articulation, but this looks great.
Oh, this one moves.
Yeah.
It's got some great movement, man.
Yeah, this one moves. Like you can't tell that it's going to move well based on that single photo, but then you see him like that one there, the standing one. You're like, oh, it looks like a static figure. You're like, no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of joints in there, and
that's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then
it's weird. They got like weird drop down hips and like all kinds of different stuff in there. There's a lot of like cool engineering that they put into this dude.
They made it
Mhm.
transforming. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saw in that little clip that you were showing, it's just he can transform into that giant mech version.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're like, why is his proportions like that? It's built that way for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It looks dope though.
So do you Power Ranger very much, Matt?
I'm a big fan, but there's another rabbit hole that I kind of started with some of the new Hasbros, but had to pull off. There's too much coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Right. Let's keep it cooking here then. Let's talk about this Popeye, actually. From Dawson. So he comes with 5 sets of hands, 4 different heads, some sweet little effects. What are your thoughts on this guy, Matt?
You know, when I first saw this, I love how classic he looks. I think they really captured kind of some of that animation, right? Like I love the Mezco one. And actually, I have that one. I just haven't shot it. Just he's a hard one to shoot. But when I saw this, some of the ones they've done lately, I just feel like they've really captured just that the cartoon, right? Like the aesthetic, I think is really cool.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts, Mario?
Yeah, I think it looks great. I like the classic look. I like this better than the Mezco. And Dawson usually knocks it out in terms of like their aesthetics. I hope their QC has improved. That's the only thing I'd be worried about this. This thing looks like it'll move like crazy. It's got all these articulate. You can see all the joints.
Mhm.
All that being said, I'm gonna pass. Popeye's cool, but I don't.
You know,
He's
Popeye.
not, he's
It
not
doesn't
very
do it for me. In fact, I got
Yeah.
a lot of negative memories when it comes to Popeye.
he's not very cyberpunky.
He could be. That'd be crazy.
Dude, you know what?
Model?
I might need to draw up a cyberpunk Popeye.
Dude, yeah. That would be
Well,
awesome.
now that you said that, Cheney, maybe I get him just to modify him. That'd
Yeah,
be cool.
Mod it
Yep.
up, yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
cool. What are your thoughts on this, Chamba?
I've waited for this. I pre-ordered it. This thing is it looks like the cartoon one. I like the proportions. I like the way it's I love the head sculpts on this thing.
Yeah, they're very nice.
So I got it because I think the Mezco Popeye is cool, but I never asked for a realistic Popeye.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
this is what I grew up with as far as the style, and it'd be cool to have a Popeye figure that can, knock about with some of the Dragon Ball. Like him and Goku would look sick.
Right. Yeah.
So why not? Why not? Him
Yeah.
and Saitama One Punch Man.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I wonder if the hat comes off.
I don't know. It doesn't show any, and I'm okay with that too if it doesn't.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally fine. Yeah, I think it looks cool. It's a pass for me, but yeah, no, it looks really nice. I like the vibrant colors on it. I like how classic it is. Like they did a really good job with this.
It's out January.
All right.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. They don't play around.
Yeah,
They
the thing
need
about
it.
thing about Dustin is because they previewed the grayscale prototype was it earlier this year, and then it was silent, like no news on it. These dropped. I think what they're doing now is they'll drop the pictures, the proper colored versions, and when they do that, that means they're packing it, as in it's ready to ship.
Ready to go.
So yeah, it's out next month.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, no, because of the pins in the knees, maybe. What I was gonna say, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like production. But
Maybe, yeah,
unless
no
the knees
idea.
do look like that,
They do have always a notice that says it may look slightly different in hand. So the pins might be there. That's kind of a first for them. The Dawsons don't have visible pins like that. But even
Yeah.
if it is, that ain't gonna bother me. It
Yeah.
looks dope. Yeah.
All right. Let's keep on cooking here. Let's go over some of this Jump Festa stuff here. So, Matt, how were you? Did you get to see some of the Jump Festa stuff? What did you think about it?
Yeah, a little bit. So I got introduced to Dragon Ball kind of as a kid. We didn't have cable or anything, so I'd run over to a friend's house to watch some of it.
Mhm.
And I'll be honest, like some of these instant mastery figures they've been dropping lately, like dude, like the likeness is crazy. I never went down this line. Had I probably would have tried to get every single one.
Smart.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I'm blown away sometimes by what they're able to put together here, and then some of the effects they sell on the side just to be able to mash that all in together. Like it's total universe. Like it blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, no, they look really, really good. Mario, what are your thoughts on these?
Oh yeah, I mean, I love these. They look great. I was talking to Chamba earlier today, and I was like, you know what? For 2023, I think I'm done with Dragon Ball SHF because up until this point, I've been kind of a completionist. And I'll be honest with you, I get every single one. They look great, but they sit and I don't even open them. I just opened up this guy on Saturday, and he's still in the package. You know what I mean? Like I gotta cool out, but
Yeah.
that Broly looks really good, and it kind of hurt me that I didn't pre-order it. I mean, they're killing it. This is one of the best lines out there. But
Oh, yeah.
it's there's so many releases every year, and they all.
I think it's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they all look good, and it's hard to say no to these things, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's to the point now to where had you not jumped in from Jump, like you could jump in now and not have too much
Right.
gnarly
Because
backtracking.
with all the 2.0s that they're doing and
Mhm.
how easily accessible these are at this point.
And
Pick and
that's
choose.
what kills me a little bit because I
Mhm.
got some of the 1.0s and I had to backtrack when I got in. I
Ah.
remember paying like
Mhm.
over $200 for that first Broly, and now I'm like, dude, there's like 8 Brolys, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm like, so
And it's not even a non-canon Broly at this point.
exactly. And
Yeah.
I think it'd be okay to jump out now because
Yeah.
they'll do a full circle again, you know. So
We'll just
it might take
expand
like
it at
5
this
years,
point.
but
Yeah.
you know.
So are you doing that because One Piece is coming, or
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what I said. I told
Yeah.
So the way it played out is like, all right, I'm dropping Dragon Ball for One Piece. I'm dropping Joy Toy for Acid Rain. You know, it was a compromise. It was one or
Yeah.
the other. So that's exactly it, Shady. You called it.
that makes sense? That's understandable. Then I can get that. I can get
Mhm.
behind that. All right, Matt, are you a fan of Bleach?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh man,
I'm triggering all the anime guys today. Sorry, guys.
yeah, there was there was a show showing off a whole bunch of stuff this weekend. So yeah, we've got our first look at the SH Figure Arts Kurosaki Ichigo, and where do I order? Where do I send my money to? Basically,
Shiny just like he keeps throwing money at the screen. It's like nothing's happening. Nothing's
working.
happening.
I
Yeah.
keep grabbing and it just won't
Mhm.
come out of the
Yeah.
screen. Yeah. What about you, Mario? Are you a Bleach fan?
So I've never seen it, but my son is a huge Bleach fan, and I told him I'm like, One Piece is coming out for SHF, so is Bleach, and I thought he preferred One Piece over Bleach, but he's like, no, you got to go Bleach. He's like, you got to get
Oh.
everything Bleach. So I'm like, I got to stick with one, but I might end up getting all the Bleach stuff just for him.
Yeah, no, it's I think Bleach is up there too. Like with
Really?
it, like oh
Mm.
yeah, dude. Like it's not as long, so you can go through and catch up on Bleach, and they've got new stuff airing right now. Yeah,
And
it's
that's
good
what this
stuff.
is for, the new
Yep.
anime, really.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is definitely cool. Definitely excited about it. Can't wait. And if you guys want a little bit more in depth on these, me and Chamba did the Amigos episode 2. So go check that out. We go in depth into a lot of this stuff, into the whole Jump Festa show, and we cover a lot more of that stuff over there. So we're just kind of touching the surface over here. But if you want the deep dive, go check out that episode for sure. Toying around, member for 9 months. Shout outs to Captured Plastic.
What's up, dude?
Thank you, Kevin.
That's good.
For the
All
Bleach
right.
stuff, are they doing like an entry level price on like the main character? And
You have zero idea what they're planning with this, man.
really,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no clue, but I'm
Scared.
pretty sure.
Yeah, even One Piece we don't know. That's the thing.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
No idea.
Yeah, speaking of One Piece, we've got Luffy here. Do we not have a? We don't have a picture of Zoro. How did that happen? How is there not a picture of Zoro on here? Let me.
Yeah, it's not there.
Yeah, let me hop on over here real quick because we need to talk about Zoro.
Yeah.
How excited are you for Zoro, Matt?
You know,
No.
I'm triggering a lot of guys today, but
He just wants to just no.
Yeah, that was great. No.
yeah, I'm gonna
love
have to pass on this one.
That's great.
All right, Mario.
Oh yeah, I'm pumped. I'm already trying to get an extra line of credit for all the One Piece stuff. It looks great.
You're mentally there.
Yeah, it's kind of all in for One Piece now, so
Mhm.
looks great.
Heck yeah. Chamba, as if we
Come
didn't
on.
talk enough about it the
Come
other night.
on, it's
Yeah.
One Piece. Just
Yeah.
I'm doing the same. I'm throwing money at the screen and nothing's
Yeah.
happening.
Yep.
You know what
Yeah.
though too, like even not being in the scene, like you can appreciate. Like I feel like some of these like anime style figures were kind of some of the pioneers to the the articulation we're seeing now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No
And
doubt.
so like
Absolutely.
that's something that even like for me, where I may not have been introduced to a lot of the shows and things growing up, and some of the things I'm getting caught up on and introduced to, but that's one thing I did notice was just like articulation. Like some of these were the pioneer to what kind of leading to better Marvel figures and things like that. I think.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Adam even said that before. He said back when he was working at Soda, they were buying Japanese toys and looking at how they were made and going, okay, let's incorporate that. Like, let's do
Yeah.
that.
That's wild.
That's funny. I remember the very first like import figure that I got back in the day. The first thing I noticed was like how it moved completely different.
Why
from
does this
anything
move better than anything?
Yeah.
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 I had Micromen back in the day. I was like, what the? How is
Mhm.
this better than even G.I. Joe's, which back then was still some of the better ones?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of the first imports I got was the Ava Angel. And I think it was, I don't even remember who made it, but it had like a lot of cut joints in it and a lot of
It was
accessories.
Kyoto.
Yeah.
That's who it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got that and I was like, this is next level right here. Cause like there was a lot of cut joints, but the way they had it set up, like
Yes,
you could
it was
pose
angled
it.
cuts. Yes,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and I'm
But
like, that's interesting. It's an angled cut, but
Dude, you could get that thing to move like
Mhm.
nothing else. It was crazy.
And interchangeable hands and stuff too.
Mhm.
Back
Yep.
in the day, it was mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was-
Groundbreaking.
It's like, what? You're allowed to do this? I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? I can have multiple hands.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and hop over here to Franklin Richards real quick. What are your thoughts on this? Are you excited for this, Matt?
Then I'm triggering everybody. So Fantastic for it. Love it, but I never got into it.
Okay.
But I appreciate this sculpt actually a lot. And some of
Fair
the add-ons
enough.
they have on here.
Okay. Mario, what are your thoughts on this?
It looks cool. I think I'm completely out on Legends now. I don't even really know who Franklin is, but
Okay.
I can certainly say Hasbro and Legends, like their sculpts, their head sculpts are getting better year over year. So I do appreciate that. It looks good.
All right. Chamba.
I'm there too. I think I'm not really going to pick up many Legends next year. I think maybe there's one that comes to mind. It's the Chamber figure from Generation X, but this one looks great. I think the head sculpt looks great. The accessories are cool. I don't remember what this outfit's from.
Me
But
either.
yeah,
Yeah, this isn't the look that I prefer. I prefer like the kid look where he has the blonde hair, where he didn't dye his hair and stuff like that. That's my preferred version of Franklin Richards. This is cool though for people that are
This looks great,
that are into this. So So that is cool. All right, let's keep it cooking here. Let's hop on over these turtles up here. Do you mess with turtles, Matt?
I actually have quite a few of the Super 7
Nice.
classic turtles that they've come out with. My son's a huge Turtles fan.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they've been doing this with a bunch of their different what is it, NECA's different properties. They've been posting these checklists and whatnot, and like they like to do every year, they'll throw in a little extra here. So we've got Space Adventure, Donatello, Big Mac, and then we've got the comic book versions here.
Dude,
Mhm.
that's the one, man.
Battle Damage Shredder. I love this Splinter, man.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
awesome pick.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm all over this.
Look at Krang.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, he's seen something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got this version of Splinter and Sinja Elite Robot. I'm not familiar with either of these versions.
I like the paint job though.
yeah, they
Mhm.
look
Mhm.
good.
Mm.
Yeah, they do look really good. So these are definitely cool. What are your thoughts on these, Mario?
I think they're great. Turtles is man, I remember like growing up and even only maybe a few years ago, I was all about turtles. Like I had to get every single turtle from every different line, but now it's a rabbit hole. I dropped NECA a couple of years back, but then this summer I found the like animation, no, not anime, like the more vibrant colored turtles, the 4-pack
Mm.
in the
Mhm.
wild. And I'm like, and I was on vacation, so vacation figs. I picked it up and I'm like, oh no, I'm back in. So
They got him.
slowly-
They got him
Done.
back. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's
well,
like Anakin in episode 3.
I
What
want
have I done?
more. But it like their articulation, like well, I had that idea like, oh, it's NECA, it's probably gonna break on me or the articulation's not, but these new ones were great. And I'm like, oh no. So
Mhm.
I picked up quite a few more since then. But I need to slow it down because there's other stuff that take priority over turtles, but they look fantastic.
Right. Chamba,
I think if you're a Turtles collector,
it's the
This-
best time. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
best
Yeah.
time, dude.
what a time to be alive, right? I mean,
yeah.
because they're going through everything, and
Yes.
it's they're eventually going to touch on the recent cartoon versions too, like the 2000s cartoons. It's gonna happen eventually. So I know people are asking for them, but at this point, it's just wait because it's
Mhm.
gonna happen. But I love the look of some of these ones. It's usually holding me back with turtles is because it's not even the QC, it is the articulation. I know you can mod a lot of things. There's a lot of instructional diagrams now. There's a lot of like Japanese modders out there on Twitter that will just even show what they do. They'll take it apart, they'll give more clearance, and it moves a lot better. So it's all there, but yeah, there's too much stuff coming out next year that I just taken more priority.
There's
Mhm.
so many
Oh, yeah.
turtles out now,
Yeah.
Plenty.
How is that? How's that Leo?
Did you not get him? He's
Spring?
fantastic.
I
yeah.
missed out on
Spring?
it. Yeah.
Spring, yeah.
Yeah.
Spring.
He's
My
tiny,
bad. My bad.
but I think he's
Because
still
he
up
looks
on.
small, and that's what threw me. Like, okay, yeah,
Yeah, so that's 118.
Oh wow.
that's
Yeah,
great. Okay,
he's tiny. He looks great.
he looks mean though.
He does look good.
It would like I don't think there's anything that would scale with him like turtle wise. Like he could probably fight some mythic legions, maybe like the goblins or something. But there's so much turtle stuff out there now.
Mhm. Darius says he can't wait for autumn.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm all in on this line. They're great. It looks good.
Right. Yeah, no, there's no way to keep up. I've moved to the just cherry picking here and there. I'm
Mhm.
just like, okay, if I really need this or whatever, like the what is it, the comic ones,
I'm starting to feel like
I
Lago
like-
there for a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot. I was too busy looking at this Splinter over here. I was just like, oh man, it looks so cool.
Like, you know, you got to give it to like Mecha's one of those companies too. Like they've had some QC things, but like I feel like their paint has always been pretty spot on.
Oh, always, dude. The paint and
Yeah.
sculpt have always been top tier, and I think
yeah,
they're improving a lot more with the QC at this point, which is great.
Yeah,
I think these are my favorite turtles that I own.
100%. That's it. Those are turtles to me.
Yeah, and I love the Super 7 stuff, but this just it's
That
'cause I
looks
recently-
awesome.
yeah, it's so
it's so
cartoon.
good, and it
Yeah.
comes with like different facial expressions where there's I don't know how many combinations there are because it's a different top and a different bottom, so you can mix and match. But like the colors are great, the articulation is actually good enough, you know.
And it's got hands and accessories and stuff.
Exactly, multiple
See, and
hands.
That's kind of what's putting it to that import level in a
Yeah.
sense.
Oh,
where
yeah.
you're having all the expressions, you're having all the hands and stuff, and that's kind of it makes it more fun.
Mhm.
Makes it more fun to
Absolutely.
display, to take photos of as well. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
just- yeah,
for
it's
sure.
Fun for all ages.
yeah, it's great that they're doing it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, they got me on the comic line though, the Mirage stuff.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah. It's funny because like that's probably my favorite one, and that's the one that I've collected since back in the day. Like I've got the original color, all red bandana ones. I've got that April. I got a bunch of the Mousers. I've got the like that Shredder and like Foot Clan set. Like
So you're
Those
gonna
are
get the beefy ones on the bottom.
maybe not. Like I might not. But I already
look
picked
cool.
up Renee.
I think they look awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, they look
those are
great.
tempting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the best
no.
thing about that Mirage line is like there's kind of a stopping point if you want to, right?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Right.
like you know, it's just it doesn't keep growing. You have that specific niche of turtles,
Mhm.
and it's like you can keep it within that box if you want to too.
Heck yeah. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and hop on over here to these the classic monsters from NECA as well. Do you mess with these at all, Matt?
You know, the mummy has caught my eye a little bit when I walk by in the store. But for the most part, that's probably one of the only ones I'd pick up on this. But
Yeah,
they
I
got some
haven't
great
seen the
sculpts.
mummy yet. If I saw the mummy, I probably would have picked it up. I just
He looks
haven't
pretty
seen it
mean.
yet.
Because
Yeah.
that was one where I was like, probably not. And then I saw it in hand. I was like, okay, here we go.
So here they highlighted Bride of Frankenstein, and you got Professor Burke, and there's also what was it? Nosferatu in here as well.
Mhm.
I love the black and white versions. I think
Mhm.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is really cool that they do that.
It's a smart repaint.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks good too.
Yeah, they do. They look really good. I saw the Wolfman, the black and white version at Target one day, and I was like, if I do this, I'm gonna buy more, and this is not the road I want to go down. So I'm just gonna leave it here. It looks great, but yeah. And I think I saw the Frankenstein in black and white before too, and I was just like, oh man, that looks really good, but if I do this, then I'm gonna be buying more of these. And
Yeah, it's another hole.
dude, I'm already buying so many other like different lines. Yeah, it's all
Too
good.
many.
That's the real battle. There's so much to choose from. I was actually
Uh-huh.
in a GameStop and I was looking at the Frankenstein, debating it, and then I think I looked like I was probably going to steal it or something because it started to get weird. And hey, can I help you? And it's like, no, I'm good. Right?
No,
Fuck me
I'm
up.
having an internal battle here.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Like, yeah, just
We're
let me
battling
do
some
a cheat
demons
here.
right now.
Let me find
Don't
my
worry about
cheat
me.
for a minute, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I had that happen to me one time in front of the cash register at a Target. They had the what was it, the mega stuff Oreos, right? And I'm standing there and I'm looking at them. And it's like in the morning, and like I just got off work, so I look kind of rough from being at work, and I'm just standing there looking at them, and I'm like, do I want to do this? Like, I'm like, I could just do a double stuff or a normal, and I'll be straight. I'm like,
Wait, what's
I
a
don't-
mega? There's more than that?
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Double Cup is
Yeah.
great, Chamba.
it's
What is that one?
It's insanity, is
It's
what it
so
is.
good.
So I'm
That
just
doesn't
standing
even
there.
make any sense. The ratio is completely off.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's
that's
better.
exactly what you're imagining too.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. So I'm standing there and I'm just looking at it, and in my head I'm having this inner turmoil. Like I'm just like, do I really need this? Like is it gonna be that good? Like, I don't know. And then I hear, sir, is everything okay? You need some help with that? I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm struggling here. I'm just
The
Like
line
I
is
was like,
yeah.
yeah, I
It's
was
holding
no,
up
I
the
was just
line.
like in my head, just
Yeah.
completely like, do I want to do this? Like, are you sure you want to dive?
Like, I know
down
it's gonna
this
be
road?
good.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna like it. I'm like, but I like the double stuff. The normal one's fine. Like, but do I really want to dive that deep into this? Like, do I really want to go there? And I'm like, how do I, sir? No, I'm good. Let me get out of here.
And you just felt judged because they were staring at you. Like,
Absolutely, 100%. Like I was just like,
He was really struggling.
yeah. Yeah.
See, you
no,
should have been like, they're really good. Get them.
See, exactly.
That's like the marketing side. Hey,
Exactly.
you
It's like, oh, here, how
sir,
about
you
this?
want
Just
those?
fine.
Have you
Yeah,
had
just
those
fine.
yet? No, just
They're
yeah.
delicious.
Don't. You're
Yeah.
gonna regret it. You're gonna come back to the store tomorrow. Just
Mhm.
grab it right now.
yeah. No, it was funny because I was just like, yeah, if he wouldn't have said anything, I most likely would have walked off with them, but I ended up not. So
Wait, what'd you
say?
choose?
He startled you.
Yeah, he startled me and
Yeah,
spooked
yeah.
me, and I
Mhm.
took off like a
Yeah.
deer into the forest. Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
You
That was
chose
me.
nothing, Cheney?
Threw
Yeah,
that crap on
yeah,
myself
no.
and ran away.
I just bailed out. He's like, "Sir, can I help you with it?" Nope. Good.
Threw him up in the air, and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my instincts, man. Anybody talk? Can I help you? Oh no, I'm good.
No.
Or like
Yeah.
when you walk in, like you know how like I hate this about like Target or Walmart. Like say you're looking for a NECA, right? You know exactly where it is. It's all the way in the back, arcade, right? Arcade area, all the collectibles, things like that. I always feel like I go in there because I know exactly what I'm looking for, and then they don't have it, and it's like the walk of shame coming out of there. But at the same time, then it looks like you stole something because you
right.
you went straight to the section. You went to one spot, not there. You turn around, walked out. I swear, I get so many looks sometimes where
Yeah.
it's just like,
I would just tell him it wasn't here.
Yeah.
You don't have it.
You guys
You
suck.
have the
Yeah.
toy I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my son was looking for that toy, but
I always just do the let me run by the toy aisle and look. I'm like, well, that's not really is there anything I think I want then. Like,
Oh, look,
Yeah.
mega stuffed Oreos.
yeah, there's
Look
like
at this,
sometimes
yeah.
you're just like, I really wanted to leave with something today, and there's nothing here that I want. And I've found a way to like fight that off finally. For the longest time, it's like, well, that's kind of cool. I wanted to check that out before, so let me get that. Then I get it and I open it. I'm like, this is horrible. Why did I do
Yeah, it's
that?
like I didn't even want this.
Yeah.
I legit like bought an action figure under peer pressure one time because someone was just like, I felt like they were hovering, and I was like, I just need to buy something and leave. Like the social anxiety was kicking in. I was like,
Yeah.
crap.
See, whenever that happens, just go grab the mega stuffed Oreos. You're good.
Yep.
Okay.
Just as
All
a
right.
Always
backup.
good to have a
mega
snack,
stuffed
right?
Oreos. at
See, when it
Cheney's
happens,
place.
I'll just grab a chocolate bar and I'm like, yep, they had a Snickers.
Yep.
I'm out.
Dario says, I always say out loud when there's nothing there, y'all never have anything,
Yeah.
and walk away slowly
Yeah.
like Bruce Banner.
Just
'Cause you
pulling
gotta
out
let
of
them know. You gotta let them know they don't have it.
yeah.
Oh, so good. Yeah, no, I'll do that sometimes on like Friday morning. There's a Walmart. I'll stop by and I'll walk in there and I'll look around. Well, they don't have anything. And then like there is that weird moment walking out because there's that door greeter lady there. And she saw me and she greeted me when I walked in, and she's like kind of looking at me like, why didn't you buy it? Why did you just walk in here at like
You don't
7:45
have it.
in the morning? Like what do we not have? We're Walmart. We have everything. Like,
Not this one.
yeah.
And I always wonder if I just look so disappointed too. Just like,
Yeah.
Because you walked in with a smile.
Yeah, you walked in like with purpose.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, yeah.
exactly.
All right,
and,
gonna
like, he
get
couldn't
this.
find what he wanted to steal.
Why does it always
That's a good
come down
one.
to
Yeah.
stealing?
Just buy batteries. That's a
Yeah.
good one because
Yeah,
you
batteries
always need
is good.
batteries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then while you're walking out, you're like, yep, just what I needed, batteries.
Yeah.
This is what I came here for.
Yep.
Oh man.
Fake that smile at the door.
Mm.
Batteries. I needed these
Batteries.
double A's.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we've got enough time here to do another round of questions. Are you good to go for that, Matt?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Take it away, Mario.
All right. Is there anything that you didn't pick up in 2022 that you regret, that you wish you got?
Oh, that's a good one. There was one I didn't pick up, and then I went back and picked it up. It was the Mecha Gargoyles.
Okay.
Oh, another rabbit hole.
Because I was like, I'm not going down this rabbit hole. Like, I had all of them as a kid, and I was like, that's cool, but it's hard for me to like shoot pictures like with them, right? Like when I think about like just that medieval setting in the dark, things like that. And so I was like, I'm not getting these, I'm good. And then they dropped the Demona, and then I went back and ended up buying Goliath.
Demona
Oh yeah,
was
there you go.
Demona
It's a good
was
reason.
a must, dude.
Yeah, yeah. So totally, that was a good question.
All right, Chamba.
What's the thing that you enjoyed taking a photograph of this year that came out this year?
Man, there's been so much that I'm trying to. Okay, I'll tell you one that's probably stands out a little bit was the Four Horsemen, Father Christmas.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
that was kind of a recent drop, but
Yeah,
at the same time, that was one where like I was like, that's a cool figure. Like that'd just be fun to have. And then I got it out of the box and started playing with it. And that was one of those figures where just like, you ever get that figure and you just start posing it around, playing with it, and you're just like, this thing's actually really cool.
Mhm.
That was the one right there. And then I've even got some shots that I did of. I got some morbid shots with that little elf actually that I'm going to be posting soon.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
I kind of I saw a preview to that. What it's called, like Violent Night, and it's Santa like beating up a bunch of robbers and stuff. And I was like, all right,
Nice.
I gotta bust Santa Claus out here and do something cool with it.
Heck yeah.
That Death Dealer figure caught me off guard too from Mezco this year. That was one that super good.
All right. My question to you is, where can we find you?
Yeah, totally. I'm mostly on Instagram. Captured Plastic is my handle, and pretty much that's where I'm most active and where I respond to people the most on social.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Mario, what do you got going on, man?
You can find me on 796 Studios on Instagram, TikTok, Vero, Twitter, not Twitch, YouTube. You can check me out on the first Tuesday of every week on Yoko's channel, where we might be playing some games. You can catch me on the first Thursday of the month on Kevin's channel, Toying Around Unboxing Thursdays, Enablers Edition. You can catch me on Mike's channel, The Build, and then you can catch me tomorrow in between two Sentinels with Machu Toy and J Shot. Merry Christmas.
Nice. Good job. I think you're on more shows than Ernie now.
Yeah, he's not happy with that.
No, not at all.
I caught the replay. I saw Ernie's, I guess shout out to me at the end of Chatmigos last week. And you know what? Shout out to Ernie. Go, if you're not following him, go follow him. Shout out to the Forgotten Fett. That's one.
Oh, I love it.
Chamba, like that.
Chamba, what you got going on, man?
You could find me at the Chamba on Twitter and Instagram, on the Toymigos Discord, and on They're Not Dolls on Thursday.
All right. You can check me out, Cheney180 on Instagram, Vero. Here every Tuesday. Thursday, I'm going to be over there hanging out with Kevin on Toying Around. So go check that out. And then I'll be on They're Not Dolls on Thursday. Got a couple, one or two different things that still need to drop. So got a couple videos coming up. Be on the lookout for those. If you're into imports, go check out that episode of Import Migos, episode 2 with myself and Chamba. So yeah, that's what I got going on. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. You could have been anywhere, but you're here. So thank you so much for that. And with that being said, I am Cheney180.
I'm Chamba.
I'm 796.
Captured Plastic.
And Chatmigos.
Oh,
Samba!